I reached Jakarta eventually
Okay.
after doing a couple of countries. I
Okay.
reached Jakarta and applied for the I had my date. I reached there on time, and you reach there at least half an hour before whatever the time is.
Okay.
And because Jakarta traffic is too it's I prefer to reach as maybe 1 hour earlier, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Better to reach earlier than on time or late. Anyway, then there were a couple of you just do with your biometrics are there, your basic passport is taken, and then the interview is there. Now interview is not like you and me sitting opposite to each other. Interview is like a bank में जब हम जाते हैं ना सामने एक there's a glass.
Glass.
There's a glass, and I think glass is for a purpose of कि I think what do you think the glass would be like? Glass like कोई
Just to avoid
security.
infection and security, both the purposes. Now it's a COVID time, so yeah.
Because कोई अगर apart from COVID time and this and that, I think इन्होंने कभी eventually इन्होंने glass इसलिए लगाया है क्योंकि मैंने I've also given my Schengen visa. मेरा Schengen Switzerland का my visa, when I did that time it was like we are sitting opposite to the table, like एक table के opposite है, table के इधर है. Not like कि आपका glass लगा है बीच में और आप mic से बात कर रहे हो.
Right.
But US के visa में पर there's a glass. And I think मेरे को like there's always this thing like I always ask questions कि ये क्यों है, ये क्यों है, ये क्यों है. So I did not ask them, but I had this in my head. I think मुझे लगता है कि glass वो लगा है इसलिए कि कोई मतलब security reason कि भाई क्योंकि US visa is a big thing for people.
Yeah.
अब कोई आदमी ने आपने मना कर दिया तो आदमी ने आपको आपने हिट तो नहीं कर दिया for the apart from COVID. I think this is also a reason.
This is also the reason. This is actually the main reason actually. I think यार दिल्ली एम्बेसी कॉन्सुलेट में भी यही सिस्टम है कि ग्लास लगा हुआ है, खड़े हो जाते हैं, ऐसा लगता है तुम कोर्ट में खड़े हो, मतलब नॉट इवन बैक, ऐसा लगता है कोर्ट में खड़े हो, तुम कोई जस्टिफिकेशन दे रहे हो. एनीवेज, तो इंटरव्यू में क्या सवाल किए गए, किस टाइप के सवाल किए गए कभी?
Okay. Interview, I was like I was pretty anxious and I had this thing कि यार अगर मतलब I wanted कि मेरा हो जाए करके.
हाँ जी.
So it was very on to my surprise. I had all my documents from my bank statement to my cover letter to my दो bank statement थे मेरे. I had cover letter with me. I had my property papers with me. I had lots of like not lot, but at least I had 10-15 pages of documents or 20 pages of documents with me in a file that was just there kept on the not the table, but like side make there's a thing and you keep it there. And the officer starts first of all they ask you for your passport and you just give the passport, say that this is the passport. And so what happens is they start you with asking, so the questions that were asked to me specifically were number one, why do you want to visit the States?
Okay.
So I had my specific reason that this is the reason that I want to visit States. That was one. The second was, why are you applying from Jakarta although you are from India?
Okay.
That was the second question. Third question was it's pretty difficult because there was 4 to 5 questions. Second question हो गया. तीसरा question was what like then she was seeing my passport की travel history क्या है. Then she was very curious about Laos का visa. She might have not seen कि Laos का visa कैसा क्या दिखता है. And because Indonesia से I don't think कि लोग Laos जाते होंगे, तो she might have not seen Laos का visa.
तो ये भी हो सकता है उनको ये लगा हो कि लाओस में भी यूएस एम्बेसी, तो कहीं ये पहले वहां गए हो, मतलब कुछ ऐसा सा भी दिमाग में आई थिंक हो सकता है क्या?
I'm not sure of her psyche, but all I know was she saw my Laos ka visa and she was surprised and she was like, "What visa? What country is this?" So I said, "This is Laos."
Okay.
And then she also asked me why did you go to Switzerland for, and what is the Schengen visa for, and what was the purpose of you visiting the Schengen area or Switzerland? These were the 3 questions. Apart from that, what does your family do? So I simply said, my father does this, my mother's a housewife. So about my family, and these 4 questions. And again, the first question was what are you? So it was like very basic questions, nothing. They did not, like, my documents were there, but I was well prepared. But she did not even check कि मेरे बैंक अकाउंट में 10 रुपए हैं, $100 हैं, या $1,000 हैं, या $10,000 हैं, या $1,00,000 है. Like it was there, but अगर like I'm fortunate that I've got a decent amount, but अगर वो देख भी लेती तो it would have been it would have not raised an alarm. I have my financial stability. But even if I did not, hypothetically, let's imagine, even if I did not, she did not check. She
Okay.
did not. And yeah, she also asked me, what do you do? So I
Hmm.
simply said that I did not say I'm a freelancer. Actually, I am a freelancer, but I also have a couple of people who work for me on part-time basis. But I simply said that I I have a company, and I have a media company, and in India. So that is actually partially true. It's not completely true. So I'm a digital nomad or a freelancer. So, but I do have a couple of people who work for me in India, but it's again not full time. They don't work for me full time. I'm not giving them a salary.
Yeah.
But I simply told them that it is like I have a media company in India, and I'm traveling, and I'm a traveler. I'm a passionate traveler. So these are the 5 questions. What do you like? Why do you want to visit the US? Uh, then the second was, why are you applying from Jakarta?
Okay.
What do your parents do?
Mm-hmm.
Check After checking my travel history, they asked me, what do your parents do? What do you do? Now after that, now she just became like, she was just typing something on the laptop, and I'm like, now this is the time of being anxious. I'm like, ye kya kar rahi hai usme? Uh, and she's just typing and typing and typing, and then I was like, then I was like, rather let me tell her ki this, like, I'm a traveler. I want to visit 30 countries before I turn 30. I eventually, before dying, I want to do 101 countries. So I was telling her a bit all of this. She did not ask me for it. And she's like, your visa is approved. So first she said, your visa is approved. I did not hear that what she said. And I'm telling her my story a bit. I'm a traveler. I want to do this. I want to visit these countries, and with US visa, it will help me. So she's like, your visa is approved. Why are you selling me more? So तो
Okay.
she's like कि तुम्हारा दे दिया मैंने, तुम और क्या लोगे मुझसे, और तुम और क्यों बेच रहे हो अपनी कहानी? so so it was and all of this happened in less than, I think, 2.5 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
So 2.5 minutes interview lasted. मैक्सिमम 3, मतलब इंटरव्यू वाज 2 मिनट्स ओनली. बाद में 20-30 सेकंड मैंने बोला, वो उससे पहले उसने मेरा अप्रूव कर दिया था.
कर दिया.
उसने एक्सेप्ट, मतलब अप्रूव, मतलब वो लिखने का अप्रूव कर दिया था. तो 2 मिनट्स इंटरव्यू, नो डॉक्यूमेंट्स वर आस्क्ड, ऑल्दो आई हैड, दे कैन आस्क यू, आई एम नॉट सेइंग,
they can. Disclaimer,
because I
इतना लगे सबको कि
yeah,
हम बिना कागजों के चले जाएं, कागज आपने लेके जाने हैं.
right. And I did not I did not prepare my documents earlier. I got my documents printed and everything from Jakarta only. I did not have my documents and I'm coming with my documents from India itself. I got my documents printed and this thing, everything in Jakarta. Not like कि मैं सब कुछ पहले से करके बैठा हूँ. नहीं. But yes, I did have a decent bank statement. I would recommend, again, I'm not sure, since they did not see my bank statement, तो मुझे ये नहीं पता कि उस वजह से हुआ है. But what I've heard is you should have at least $5,000 to $8,000 in your bank account. And that is what I've heard. Again, I'm not sure, because I would say कि जब मेरे बैंक स्टेटमेंट मांगा ही नहीं, तो अगर मेरे अकाउंट में $100 भी होते तो क्या फर्क पड़ रहा था?
क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? राइट.
They did not check my bank. उन्होंने पूछा ही नहीं ना. They did not ask me. Yeah, and also they asked me, what is the purpose of your travel and when are you, like, and what will you do in the US? ये मैं बोलना भूल गया. So what will you do in the US and what is the purpose of traveling? So I simply said leisure. I'll celebrate my 27th birthday there, all of that. But I don't intend to do that. That is a different thing. I don't intend to do that, but you should have your solid answers prepared, and these answers and everything should connect dots. Not like you're saying something, you've written something else in you've put something else in your DS160. You should not look lost, and whatever you've put in DS160, print it out. So there's one more tip. Whatever you put into DS160, before submitting it, there's an option to print it out. तो आप उसको print करो, और print करके अपने पास रखो. उनको लेके नहीं जाना उसमें. आप अपने पास रखो, और जो you stick to your DS160, stick to your application form that you've submitted earlier. Do not tell us any other story apart from your DS160 or your application form. And two or three things that I took with me. One was passport, obviously. Second was the application, the appointment letter. The
right.
third was the fee payment receipt.
Fee payment receipt that you made payment in India, right?
Yeah, I made a payment. and these two forms you get it from the application itself.
Okay.
And the third form is your passport.
Okay.
So these things you need, and once you have it, as in, so these three things you need, and you just need to print out that this is mandatory. But apart from that, the other documents that I took, that was out of my own will. And they don't ask you for that, but they might ask you for that.
They might ask.
Did not ask me does not mean that they would not ask you as well, because मैंने देखा था कुछ लोगों से डॉक्यूमेंट, जो इंडोनेशियंस वहां पे थे, उनसे डॉक्यूमेंट मांग रहे हैं, उनसे डॉक्यूमेंट मांगे, जब रिजेक्ट करने से पहले डॉक्यूमेंट मांगते हैं। ऐसा भी मुझे लगता है कि जब डॉक्यूमेंट मांग रहे हैं ना, मतलब आपका केस वीक,
ओके,
आपका केस वीक है तभी वो डॉक्यूमेंट मांग रहे हैं। अगर आपका केस वीक नहीं है तो आपके डॉक्यूमेंट मांगेंगे ही नहीं,
कन्विंस नहीं कर पाए।
अगर आप उनके बातचीत करने में कन्विंस नहीं कर पाए तो आपके डॉक्यूमेंट मांगेंगे आपको सेकंड चांस देने के लिए।
ओके,
दैट्स व्हाट आई बिलीव, क्योंकि लाइन में थे, मैंने देखा था कुछ लोगों के डॉक्यूमेंट मांग रहे थे, और जिनके डॉक्यूमेंट मांगे उनको रिजेक्ट करा,
जिनके मांगे उनको रिजेक्ट
करा, मांगे उनको रिजेक्ट करा। अब अगेन दिस इज अगेन नॉट सोनली ट्रू, क्योंकि हो सकता है किसी के डॉक्यूमेंट मांगे और उसका प्रूफ जेन्युइन दिख रहा हो तो उसको दे दिया, बट मेरे सामने जिन दो लोगों के डॉक्यूमेंट मांगे उन दोनों को रिजेक्ट करा।
ओके,
और मुझसे मांगे ही नहीं। So you should be able to sell your story.
I think that's very important.
You should sell your story. You should seem as, again, from the beginning where I started with, ties to your home country, travel history, and financial status. These three things improve your, these three things will get you your US visa.
Yeah, all right. और कोई चीज important tip कबीर आप शेयर करना चाहते हैं? Anything else apart from this? You have done it really well. But anything, कुछ ऐसा आपको लगता है जो आपको शेयर करना चाहिए?
I think I'll repeat those. I think I've already said these things. Okay. Number one is direct up. You जिस भी country में जा रहे हो direct मत जाओ. So you can say that you are traveling. You have not come to that particular country to specifically apply for the US visa. Correct.
देख लो, सुन लो यार सब. हाँ.
Yeah, that is one. Number two is just sell your story in such a way that she or he, the officer, is convinced without they don't need to ask for your documents. Correct. You should be, and again I'm telling you, whatever I said was almost genuine in the thing.
Right.
But अगर मैं बोल दूं, like, अब again this is a flaw in their system. अगर मैं बोल दूं, again I should not be saying this, but अगर मैं बोल दूं यार मैं तो like I'm the richest person in my city और मैं बहुत ज्यादा कुछ क्लेम कर दूं, and they are not seeing it, they are not, everything is on face value. अगर मैं बोल दूं कि यार मैं कुछ भी हूं, और अगर मैं कुछ खराब भी बोल दूं, जो भी अच्छा या बुरा या बड़ा चढ़ा कर या कम बोल दूं, everything is on your face value. They are not checking your documents in a way that documents can be forged. अगर आज मैं चाहूं तो फोटोशॉप से मैं अपना बैंक स्टेटमेंट 10 लाख का बैंक स्टेटमेंट 50 लाख का बना दूंगा, क्या है उसमें, व्हाट इज दैट, हु इज देयर टू वेरीफाई? फोटोशॉप से मैं कर सकता हूं। आज मैं चाहूं तो 5 प्रॉपर्टी के पेपर दिखा दूंगा, मैं दूसरी कंट्री में अप्लाई कर रहा हूं, क्या पता, आई कैन डू दैट, बट everything is on your face value and your passport value. If your passport has got decent travel history, that is enough along with your story. So that is what helped me. My travel history, I had I have 14 or 15, this is my 15th country. Okay. So this is my and I think and also sticker visas I think give a little bit more sense, because वो जब आप ऑफिसर पेज पलटता है ना, तो वो पेज पलटते टाइम अगर कोई ऐसी कंट्री का वीजा है आपके पास जो स्टिकर भी है और नॉट सो कॉमन, नॉट लाइक आपने बैंकॉक का, कंबोडिया का, या इंडोनेशिया का, बांग्लादेश का, या ऐसे वीजाज, ये तो दे ऑब्वियसली दे इम्पैक्ट एनीवे बिकॉज दीज आर यूजुअल कंट्रीज दैट एवरीबॉडी ट्रैवल्स टू, बट ऐसा कोई वीजा जो अलग है और जो सिग्निफिकेंटली दिख रहा है, नॉट लाइक एक छोटा सा स्टैंप लगा हुआ है। अगर कोई सिग्निफिकेंट वीजा है, जैसे मेरे केस में मेरा शेनेगन था एंड मेरा लाओस का था, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट मेरे स्टिकर और भी थे, बांग्लादेश के थे, मलेशिया का था, बट लॉट ऑफ वीजाज वर देयर, बट couple of visas standard out. So these two things, as in your travel history and your story, the way you present it is more than enough. in my were more than enough in my case. They did not even ask the documents.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much for giving us so much of insight, Kabir, into procuring US visa. काफी लोगों के इंतजार है, बहुत लोगों के सवाल आते हैं, इंतजार रहती है लोगों को कि कुछ बताओ। तो आपके लिए फाइनली जो है हम एक लाइव एग्जांपल लेके आए हैं और सक्सेस स्टोरी लेके आए हैं। और गाइस, आई होप कि आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी होगी, और अगर लगी है तो इस वीडियो को लाइक करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, और कोई सवाल जवाब है नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन में आप पूछ सकते हैं हमारे साथ। I see you once again. Goodbye. Take very, very good care of yourself. Thank you, Kabir.